All right, guys, yo-yo dieting. I've spoken about it before. I've explained why it happens, but I didn't really get too much into how to avoid yo-yo dieting. All right, first of all, for a lot of people, yo-yo dieting is a greater mystery than the Bermuda Triangle, Roswell, and whatever happens to the one sock you put in the washer that never comes out, all combined, okay? But it's really very simple. The fact is, yo-yo dieting occurs like this. You eat a bunch of crap and get fat, okay? Then you monitor what you eat, okay? And you do so in a way that you lose fat. Then, when you've gotten down to the weight you want to get to, you once again indiscriminately eat massive quantities of the same crap that got you fat in the first place, and then you say the diet didn't work. The fact is, the diet did work. It got you to lose weight. You went back to doing the exact same thing that got you fat in the first place, so don't act surprised when you gain weight again. So, how do you eliminate yo-yo dieting? Okay. First of all, you have to find a diet you can go on, okay? A way of eating that you could live with, okay? So, for instance, I'm not here to push low carb dieting on anybody, but that is what works for me. The reason I do low carb dieting is because I am a fucking junkie for sugar and carbohydrates. I cannot eat one little donut or one little piece of cake or little fluffy cake or a ho-ho and stop any more than an alcoholic can drink half a glass of wine at dinner and stop. You give an alcoholic a glass of wine, he'll finish the bottle, stagger to the store, drink and get another bottle and drink that too, okay? He'll drink until he vomits and then he'll drink some more. And that's exactly the way I am with carbohydrates, okay? I cannot control myself. So it is not a sustainable diet for me to eat carbohydrates, okay? And for me to think that I'm going to be able to control that in any way. I cannot control myself. I'm a fucking junkie. And the only way that I can control myself is by not eating carbohydrates or fluffy cakes or ho-hos or soda or anything like that at all, okay? Number one. Number two, I actually like eating fat and protein. I mean, I would much rather wake up in the morning and have a nice big omelet, okay? Have some coffee with some, with some coconut milk or with some heavy cream in it. I'd rather have like a steak or a big, hamburger or a kind of a little pot roast or whatever. I'd rather eat foods like that than wake up in the morning and eat birthday cake and feel like shit anyway, okay? So you need to find a way that you can manage the amount you eat and that you actually enjoy what you do eat and that you do not miss what you do not eat, okay? For me, that's high fat, low carb. For you guys, it could be anything. It could be, an if it fits your macros diet. It could be, high carb, low fat, whatever. You need to find something a way of eating that you can stay on. Now, the second and the part that most people do not get is you need, especially if you have a lot of weight to lose, you need to go into somewhat of an extreme diet. Okay, because like I said before, if you have 50 pounds to lose and you lose a pound a week, it's going to take you at least a year to lose all that weight. If you have 100 pounds to lose and you lose a pound a week, it's going to take you at least 2 years of strict dieting to lose that weight. So it makes a lot more sense to go on an extreme diet where you lose a lot of weight, especially in the beginning when it is easier for you. Okay, the more fat you have, the easier it is to access that for energy. That means the easier it is to go on a very low calorie diet, okay, and continue to lose weight quickly in the beginning. It helps your motivation a lot, knowing that you're making progress, okay? So the problem is you cannot stay on an extreme diet for an extended period of time because you're literally starving yourself. You're eating less than you need to eat, and you're making up the difference by burning your stored body fat, okay? The problem is when the body fat's gone and when you're down to the weight you want to be at, you cannot stay on these starvation calories. You have to find a way to eat at least maintenance calories, at least the amount of calories that you need to fuel your everyday life and your activity and your work and whatever. So the problem is a lot of people will be able to buckle down and go on an extreme diet, but then they're starving and they don't know what to do. So they go back to the only way of eating that they know how, which is, once again, 3, 4, 5 pizzas a day, and you have donuts for breakfast, and you have, wings and beer for lunch, and then after work you go and you get pizza, and then you have a couple more beers, and you drink soda all day, and you drink these 800, 600 calorie, Starbucks coffees, So basically, you go back to doing the same thing because you do not know how to eat. So the cure, part 2 to yo-yo dieting, is not only to eat in a way that you can sustainably, enjoyably eat for the rest of your life, but also slowly work your way out of this caloric deficit. Now, as I've said, most people say you should have a teeny tiny little baby deficit. You should eat just a few calories less than you normally do, okay, and make a teeny little step down. And then when your weight loss slows, you eat fewer calories or you do more cardio. First of all, like I said, your body, when you're fat, is primed to lose a lot of weight quickly. Use that opportunity. Go on an extreme caloric cut in the beginning, okay? And just take advantage of the opportunity you have to make a lot of progress. Number 2, the longer you're on a diet, the worse you're going to feel. When you're on a diet and you're very well fed, okay, in the beginning, it makes more sense at that point to go on an extreme caloric deficit. When you're feeling good, then as you go along, okay, and you get leaner and it becomes harder to access your stored body fat, then you actually increase the calories because you make such a cut in calories at the beginning that you can actually increase calories and still be below your maintenance calories. If you need X number of calories to begin with, okay, just to live, and you cut it by, let's say, 1,000, okay, if you add 200 calories, you'll feel a lot better. You'll be better fed with 200 calories more, but you'll still be 800 calories below your maintenance calories. Add another 200, you'll feel better. And you'll still be 600 calories below your maintenance calories. So what I'm basically saying is make a massive cut in the beginning when you feel good, and then as the diet goes on, add in calories. It will allow you to diet longer, more comfortably. It will allow you to suffer less, which will allow you to diet longer. And most importantly, perhaps, it will eliminate yo-yo dieting, because as you go along, you'll be eventually at your goal body weight, and you will also be at your maintenance calories. That means you will not have to go off of your diet because you will have altered and modified your diet as you go along, to the point that at the end, you are eating exactly enough for your body weight. You will not have to add anything because you'll already be at maintenance calories, okay? And, like I said, if you're looking for a way to do this yourself, whether you have a lot of weight to lose, and I'm talking 100 pounds plus, or if you're just looking to lose that last 10 to 15 pounds to go from a lean bulk to being like ripped, to be like really shredded, I personally always recommend my pure protein diet. You get fat adapted, okay? You drop the carbs, you get fat adapted. Then after that, you lower considerably your fat intake, okay? Which means that you will have to burn even more body fat to make up the difference, but your protein will be high, which will protect your internal organs from catabolism, your muscle from catabolism, and may allow a lot of people to actually build strength on this diet, to build muscle on this diet, and the protein will actually satiate you, will keep you from getting hungry. Then as you go along, you increase your fat, okay, either certain days higher fat, certain days lower fat, or just in general, you slowly increase your everyday fat intake, okay, and eventually you will be at your maintenance calories at a standard ketogenic diet. That means you will be protein and relatively high fat. You will feel good. You will not be hungry. You will not be losing weight anymore. You will be at your goal body weight, and you will also be at maintenance calories, and you could just stay like that forever. You do not have to go off of this diet because, as I said, big cut and slowly adding calories as you go. So right when you get to the point where you're happy with your weight, you will also be eating a diet that is long-term sustainable and that you can enjoy, and that just, will feed you exactly what you need to maintain without gaining or losing weight, okay? If you're interested and you're watching this on YouTube, click on the link below the video, Low Carb Cutting and Bulking. And if you are in Instagram, go to my profile, click on the link Low Carb Cutting and Bulking, and it will explain to you everything about doing a lean bulk, building muscle, strength and size without getting fat, as well as how to cut on low carbs with a pure protein diet without losing strength or muscular size. Check it out, Low Carb Cutting and Bulking. I will see you guys in the next video.